It is National Oyster Day. What a great time to indulge in one of New England's most iconic seafood staples. Restaurants across the area celebrating with specials and deals throughout the week. One of them, Puritan Oyster Bar in Cambridge. Half-price oysters all night long. Here to talk about it, Chef Will Gilson. Chef, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me back.
I want to dive right in with Puritan Oyster Bar itself and Puritan and Company. Why the special branding?
You know, so I feel as though in Cambridge we were noticing that there was just a lack of sort of oyster bars, especially kind of like those fun places where you can just go and pull up to the bar, grab yourself a dozen oysters, get yourself a nice martini. And so for us, we just saw that there was a void there, and we really wanted to bring that to Inman Square. And we had the square footage, so we just added it next door.
It's weird because you think waterfront oysters and that we're still close to the seacoast in Cambridge, but sometimes it can feel more urban, right, more landlocked, even though you can get it right off the dock.
But I think one of the things that is so great about where the oyster industry is right now is that you get a lot of these oysters that are coming from different places that are not just out of our normal ports, right?
Okay.
So, I mean, obviously Island Creek, one of the most famous, down in Duxbury.
Sure.
But then, we've got oysters that we brought here today. These ones are from Maine. And even though I love pulling everything as I can out of, Massachusetts, this time of year when the waters start to get a little bit warmer, I like to go a little bit more north because oysters love cold water. It always gives them just kind of more salinity, more flavor, more characteristics. And so I really love pulling from up in Maine this time of year. But still amazing time. They always say to enjoy oysters, in the months that end in BER, September, October, November, December. But I really do think they're great year round. And especially with National Oyster Day today, we're so excited to be able to offer them half off all day at the restaurant.
Incredible. And regionality. I mean, this is still local. These are New England oysters. You are shucking and plating atop your award-winning seafood tower. Boston Magazine just named it best seafood tower in the city. We were talking beforehand. I asked, are seafood towers having a moment? And I mean...
I think it's all about being able to have something that you can celebrate with friends. I think we're at this time right now where, despite how divided everybody wants to think we are, we want to get together with our friends and family. We want to go out. We want to celebrate. And a seafood tower is the perfect way to do it. But it doesn't just have to be the normal things that are in a seafood tower. We always have shrimp cocktail. You always have the oysters. But for us, we've got other things on here. We've got a beautiful tuna tartare. We've got a crab salad. We have these mussels escabeche. We're taking these beautiful Maine mussels. We're putting them into a nice tangy sauce. But we even are adding from Spain, gildas. So these are the pickled peppers with white anchovies and with little olives. And then, even we've got seaweed salad and some tortilla chips for everybody to have with it. So everybody really loves this, and I think, we were deserving of getting this award.
Oh, absolutely. Look, I'm half Japanese. I saw that seafood salad, the seaweed salad from a mile away. I love the applicators for your oyster shooters.
Yeah, so what we do, every single one of our oyster trays or with our seafood tower, we have traditional cocktail sauce. Our mignonette is a cucumber ginger mignonette, which I think is just make sure that it's not so heavy on the vinegar part that's usually on mignonettes.
Of course.
This one has rice vinegar, and the ginger and the cucumber really kind of lighten it up.
Wow.
And then this, one day when I get my act together, we're going to bottle this and we're going to sell it. This is our green chili sauce.
Really?
And here, we just put a little dab on you right there. You ready? And so this one is, it's not too spicy. It's got a nice kind of consistency to it. And on top of the oysters, it's even better.
Really?
So I want you to try one of these guys. It's National Oyster Day. You can't go without that. So just fresh with lemon first, just so you can try that. Again, these are the Cranberry Island.
I'm just going
get right in there. Just shoot it right back. Great. So really clean, just like for me, I just like a little bit of lemon on there, but all the sauces are great.
Isn't that amazing? Such flavor.
Yeah.
You really don't. You don't. I mean, I'm sure these are delicious, as I just tried.
But you want to taste the brine. I mean, there's somebody who coined the term merroir at one point, which is they say terroir with wine. You kind of taste the earth. But with this, you get to taste where they're from in the ocean, and it really just kind of makes all the flavors kind of pop.
And you said earlier that you talked about Maine going north with the colder waters. Specific oyster farm that you chose or region? These are cranberries you mentioned?
Yeah. So these ones are really great. We always have 6 different ones on our menu at any given time, but we probably go through in any given week 20 different varieties of oysters.
Wow.
We really like spreading it out, getting different ones in there so everybody gets a chance to experience it.
You said your menu, and if you haven't been to either place, even though it's one location, Your menu is fascinating.
Thank
I
you.
love it.
Thank you.
I love
it's
it.
a lot
And
of
you've
fun.
got an example here.
Yeah, so this just shows the diversity of oysters. So we've actually have these tinned oysters that are smoked. So these ones are smoked oysters. We have these shells that, we shucked from a different one. We wash them, we clean them, make sure that they're beautiful. We put the smoked oyster inside there, but then on top we have a mixture of breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, broccoli, as well as some linguiça. So basically kind of taking kind of the flavors of the summer and putting them on top of these smoked oysters and then baking them.
Do you feel like this is a good entry point for people who might be a little intimidated just to grab a shooter?
Yeah, I think we want to make sure that we always say, dine to your own, level of adventure.
Yeah.
But I think with this, it gets you a chance to make sure sometimes people are a little weirded out by the consistency of a raw oyster. And so if you want to be able to try the flavor of an oyster, trying one of the ones that we often serve as our rotating baked oyster is the best way that you can kind of do your nice little kind of ease into it.
Absolutely. I love it. I love it. And of course, there are other specials going on. We wanted to make sure we prop up other restaurants, so make sure you check out other deals being offered for seafood lovers on National Oyster Day. There's just a few of them right there. But Chef Will Gilson from Puritan Oyster Bar with the award-winning Best of Boston Seafood Tower, which is just a work of art in its own right.
I'm excited to serve this to you guys for breakfast.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Of course.
Absolutely continued success.
Thank you.
And go try some of this. They are delicious.
We'll see you there.